very good fall, but we had even better winter workouts and preseason workouts the last couple of weeks, so feel very good about it. We're excited. We've got 24 new players of a 35-man roster and a lot of competition, so I think Knight fans are going to get a chance, number one, to see an entirely new roster, a lot from a percentage standpoint, but we're certainly looking forward to trying to put ourselves in position to once again get back to the NCAA regionals.
What did you learn in the fall? Because I mean, an entirely new pitching staff almost, and a couple of top hitters you lost as well.
Well, the one thing I learned is that, when you've got so many new players, the fall is designed for one major thing, and that is to implement, the way the program's going to be run and evaluate our team. And one of the things that I view as a positive is that we start practice here on January 24th. We open up on February 14th. There's a lot of spots still open. I mean, there really is. There's going to be a lot of competition. I can tell you right now, even from a position player standpoint, there's really only about 2 or 3 spots that I feel like are already, in my mind, close to being done. So there's a lot of competition.
This is wide open of a preseason that you've had in your 6 years here. You said it yourself, but there's a lot of spots that you don't know someone's going to have to go out and earn it, right?
There's no question. I mean, this is very similar to a couple years ago, when we had the recruiting class and a group of kids that was top 10 recruiting class in the country, and obviously brought us to back-to-back regionals. So it feels very similar that there's a lot of open spots. But yes, and going into my 6th year, this is without question. There's more spots open than any years I've been here.
Do you feel like you like what you see from all these guys? I mean, like you said, a lot of spots open. Sometimes that could be, I guess, take it how you want.
Yeah, there's no question. That's a great comment. First of all, I think that number one, the one strength I think going into our team practice is our defense. I feel very good about our defense. I think we're faster than we were last year. I think we're more athletic than we were last year, and so I feel very good about it. There's still some competition even in the middle of our infield right now. Who's going to play short and who's going to play second? So I think our defense is going to be outstanding. I think from an offensive standpoint, we've got more balance this year. Left-handed bats, right-handed bats. So I think that's going to be a great thing. And our pitching, I think, has an opportunity to be very good. 2 things I took out of the fall from a pitching standpoint. Number one, Eric Skoglund had an incredible fall, and he had the fall that I think we all knew he could have. He's a very good draft pick coming out of high school. He's got the body, he's got the frame, and just been a little bit inconsistent throughout his career, but he was young, and now his junior year, the time that we need him most, he had a great fall. Number 2, the one area that I think we need to improve upon the most, we need to throw more strikes. So today's our first scrimmage, so we'll see where we're at.
Zach on the back end, is that going to stay the same?
Zach Farr will be, he'll definitely be in the late end of the games, absolutely. Whether it's going to be a closed situation or not, we'll see, but he's definitely somebody that's going to come in from the 7th to the 9th.
What do you think? Go ahead.
Yeah, Spencer Davis had been in that closure role a year ago. Starting rotation, is that where we're going to see him this season?
I believe so. I believe so. There's probably about 5 to 6 guys right now that I'm going to continue increasing their pitch counts and continue them on a starter's routine. Today, for example, they're going about 4 innings and 60 to 65 pitches, and Skoglund and Davis are both throwing against each other. So right now, Spencer Davis is somebody that's competing for a starting job.
Top to bottom, the conference that you're going to looks maybe not as deep as what Conference USA was. Would you agree with that? Obviously, Louisville went to the College World Series last year.
I think this conference is very similar to what we played in Conference USA. I really do, and I think it's an outstanding conference. And you're right, certainly Louisville went to Omaha last year, but you've got some outstanding teams that have participated in in the postseason and certainly recent years. So I think it's an outstanding conference. And when you look at our schedule, I think our schedule is awesome. I really do. Certainly from a home standpoint, we've got some great series, have got some great midweek games. We certainly have our tournament here the 2nd week of the year, with Oklahoma, Ohio State, and the Citadel. So from an RPI standpoint, it's very challenging and it's exciting. And obviously, we're playing in the American Conference, which I think has an opportunity to be a great baseball league.
With all the new guys, all the young guys, did the football team maybe do you a favor and say, this is UCF athletics, this is what we strive for?
Well, I certainly hope so. I hope our players, we talked about that a lot with our team, and what our football team accomplished and what it meant to this university. And it certainly is an incredible year. What those players and coaches did, as everybody knows, for our athletic department and for our entire university. So I think when you look at it, we do. I think we just want to continue to represent. I think it's an easy way to look. I think all of our teams do. Football fall. That's how you start the year as a fall sport. And you look at our soccers. I mean, everybody goes from fall to winter to spring. We want to make sure we do the best we can to continue, what football did from a winning tradition standpoint.
Have you fielded a few more calls or texts after UCF hit the biggest stage, ESPN winning a Fiesta Bowl?
It did. Well, I did. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think like everybody, like all coaches and all people that work here at the university, I mean, what those guys did for our university was incredible. And it's just, when you look at it from a player standpoint, a coach's standpoint, I mean, you're so happy for all of them. And, you know the effort they put in as coaches over there and what they've done and been relentless and working every single day. So it's been great, and really proud of them. And now hopefully it's our time in the spring to have a great year.
Lineup-wise, who might be some of the players to watch this season? Are there some newcomers, some junior college that guys came in? Are there some guys that your fans should keep an eye on?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll tell you a couple names here. First of all, Tommy Williams is a guy that has improved tremendously in the last year, and everybody knows Tommy is a guy that played for us last year. Is a very good draft pick. He's got it all, and I think this past fall he really put it together. So Tommy is somebody who I think has a chance to be in that middle of our lineup. James Vasquez had a great summer, in the Valley League. So those are two returning players that I think have an opportunity to be very good. And then Brett Gordon, he's kind of the guy I think some people forget about. Our walk-on last year made the team as a walk-on and was preseason first-team all-conference this year. And he's our only returning hitter to hit over 300. So he's a guy that's going to be out there. We've been putting him in left field. Last year he played the infield. He's going to play the outfield for us this year in one of those corner spots. So those are a couple of returning players done a nice job. And a few new names I think that are competing for jobs and at the higher end right now is Derek Sahlberg, who is an outfielder from Washington. Dylan Moore is another junior college transfer from Cypress College in California, who I think has a very good shot of starting, in the middle of our infield for us. And behind the plate, we've got four guys, and it's a battle. I mean, really, it's a battle. Jordan Savanon didn't play much in the fall. He hurt his hand, but he's a junior college transfer from St. Pete. Matt Diorio is our first, since I've been here in 6 years, it's our first out-of-state high school player that we've signed. And he is a left-handed hitting catcher outfielder from Staten Island. So those are a couple of names that had really good falls for us.
Good to see the continuing improvements through the ballpark. And the drills were going a few minutes ago. They're installing some new chair back seats here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's nice, it's good, we're excited about it. It was certainly disappointing news last summer, to not have the stadium and the expansion. It was out of our control, but it was very disappointing, and it's certainly something to want to continue to add, every year, a continued dynamic, and I feel like we've done that. Whether it's the deck in the outfield or moving the fences, and now adding chair backs, and obviously the things over first base. So we're excited about the continued progress, but we're even more excited about hopefully the future and in the bigger picture happening from a stadium standpoint.
Going through the whole offseason, just talk about what it means to be at the first day of practice and to be able to get the guys on.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'll be honest. I mean, we've been really fortunate. I mean, we have, because the weather's been great. We've been outside, and so we really haven't missed a beat from a team standpoint. There's only so much you can do because you can't be out of your team-wise until today. However, it's exciting, and now it's up to our guys to go out there, compete, and get better every single day.